Come to stand on your mat in mountain pose, Tadasana. Bring your hands together at your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Relax as you breathe out. Feel the ground beneath the feet. Take a deep breath in. And on this exhale, allow the arms to just rest down. One more long breath in, softening from your feet. Feel that breath rise through your body to the crown of your head. Then breathing out, bend your knees, lead with your heart, and come down almost like a squat. Hands on your knees. Breathe in, roll it up like you were in cat pose in your spine. Lifting right up to standing. Lift the head, dip it back as you exhale and lead with your heart to come down again. Keeping that same pattern going, rising with your inhale. And once more again, down, exhale. So last time, rising up, rounding through the spine, all the way up, exhale, all the way to that kind of little squatting position. Walk your hands forwards along your mat, come to your hands and knees, breathe in and round through the spine. So it's the same pattern. We're going to breathe out and lengthen into cow pose. We breathe in, rounding and drawing in, breathing into the back body. Let the head relax. Breathe out, lengthen into cow. One more time, inhale. So see if you can bring that ujjayi breath into this practice. So as we exhale, let's let the breath out through the mouth. Tuck your toes, breathe in, press the hips up and back, knees nice and bent as you lift into downward dog. And from that height, extend down through one leg. So one leg is nice and bent, the other leg having a little stretch. Breathe in, up on your toes, breathe out, take that stretch into the other leg. Back up onto your toes now, breathing in, hips high, breathing out, heels towards the earth. Bring your feet together, breathe in and stretch your right leg back. Bend your knee, open your hip. Breathe out and take it forwards between your hands. Bring your back knee to the floor, point your toes back. Breathing in, draw the arms up. Crescent moon. Breathing out, circle the arms back, hands by your foot. Breathe in, draw your hips back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Exhale as you bow here. As we inhale, we'll come forwards, this time into a high lunge, lifting the back knee up. Breathe out and lengthen 4 directions of lunge. Breathe in and step it back into plank. As you breathe out, shift the heels to the left, right hand to your heart. Big breath in as you reach your right hand to the sky. Exhale, bring it back into plank. Now holding that strong plank as you breathe in. Breathe out, heels to the other side, left hand to the heart. Big breath in, open the arm to the sky. Breathe out, back into plank and lower down all the way to the earth. So let's just come on to our forearms. Take one breath in here in upward puppy. Remember, you can always stay with this one. Or we'll breathe out and bring it down, fingertips under the shoulders. Breathe in, coil up in Cobra. Breathe out, bring it down. Draw your hands a little further back by your rib cage. Breathing in, rising up towards upward dog. I like to keep it low on this first round, legs on the floor. And just give the hips a little sway. And then pull your hips back, big toes together, knees apart, settling back for a moment in child's pose. Nice and active, reaching through the arms. Get ready and bring yourself into downward dog. So moving with that breath, taking the weight into the right foot, breathe in, left leg rises, bend the knee, open the hip. Breathe out, coil in, stepping that foot forwards between the hands, and the back knee comes down. Point the toes back. Breathe in and rise up, crescent moon. Breathe out, circle the arms back, down by your foot. Inhale, the hips draw back, straighten the leg. Bow it on down as you exhale. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Inhale, shifting forwards into a high lunge. Exhale, 4 directions of lunge here. We're stepping back into plank as we breathe in. Heels to the right, breathing out, left hand to the heart. This time let the arm come down by your side, and as you breathe in, sweep it up over you in a big arc. Breathing out, bring it back into plank. Take a breath in plank, straightening and strengthening that position. Breathe out, heels to the left, right hand to the heart. Now bring the arm just by your side for that moment, and then sweep it up over like a big rainbow above your body. Breathe out, sweep it back, down into plank, lower down, chaturanga. Now again, you could take upward puppy or flow on your fingertips into cobra. Breathing out, lower. Hands back by your rib cage, inhale. Rising up, upward dog. Back on your knees, downward dog. So we're going to move through Jala Namaskar, just kind of building it up in layers. So let's take the weight into the left foot. Breathe in, lift the right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Breathe out, step your foot forwards between your hands. Now this time, just put the back foot heel on the floor. Breathe in, rising up into warrior one. Breathing out, let it come down. Breathe in, step back into plank, and this time as we breathe out, we shift the heels to the left, right hand to the heart, and pop the right foot on the floor behind the leg if you can. Arm by your side for a moment, then breathing in, sweep it over again, that kind of rainbow arc. Breathing out, come back to the center. We're taking that much to the other side, so we breathe in plank. Breathe out, heels to the right. As the left hand comes to the heart, just pop the left foot behind you on the floor. And then breathe in, draw that arc up above you, hips lifting. Exhale, come back to plank and lower, all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, rising, cobra or upward puppy. Exhale, flow down. Hands back by your rib cage. Rising again, opening up. Exhale on your knees, or you can always just curl the toes under to come back into downward dog. Take a moment here, and then bring your feet together. Breathe in and lift the left leg up. Open the hip. Breathing out, step it forwards between your hands. Put the back heel down on the ground. And then inhale, rising up like warrior one. Breathing out, flow down. Inhale, step back into plank. Exhale, heels to the right as the left hand comes to the heart. Pop the left foot on the floor behind. Breathe in, arcing over. Exhale, back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, heels to the left, right hand to the heart. Lift the right foot to the floor behind. Big breath in as you arc. Your arm over, your hips lifting. Exhale, back into plank. Lower it down. So we'll stick with this 2 breaths for the back bends. We're rising in cobra. Flowing down. Hands back by the rib cage. Rising. Upward dog. Back on your knees, or just lift the hips, curl the toes. Downward dog. Breathe. So on this next round, I'm going to flow through the full sequence. So you can always choose those simpler options that we've just done there. Okay, or you can come with me through the whole thing. Let's bring our feet together. Breathe in. Right leg rises. Open your hip. Take your time to breathe. Breathing out, draw that leg through. Stay on the ball of the back foot if you can. Breathe in, rising up. into that really high lunge. Draw it down as you exhale. So here's where we get a little different. Breathe in, if you can, stretch that right leg back in plank, hovering. Breathe out, switch onto the heel of the left foot. You put your right foot behind. Breathe in, arc the arm overhead. Exhale, come back to the middle, into plank, draw your nose to your knee. Now, inhale, taking the weight in the right hand, put the back heel on the ground, shoot that right leg straight out in front and let the left hand reach to the sky. Exhale, pull it all back in into plank and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale in Cobra. Exhale, lowering it down, hands back by your ribs, rising again, upward dog. Flow back, downward dog. Bringing the feet together. Let's go with the left leg. We bring it up, open the hip. Exhale, step it up between your hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot, or for better balance, the heel could come down. We breathe in, open up, reach to the sky. Draw it down as you exhale. So we inhale, either back into plank or hovering, that left leg reaching. As we exhale, heels to the right, put the left foot on the floor behind the leg. Open the arm overhead. Inhale. Exhale, come back into the middle, knee to your nose. Inhale, other side. You're leaning on your left hand. That left leg has gone straight out ahead of you. The back foot, the heel is on the floor, hand to the sky. Exhale, draw it all back in and lower down, chaturanga. Fingertips, inhale, rising cobra. Exhale, flow down, hands back by your rib cage. Rise again, upward dog, and back over the knees, downward dog. Breathing here. Walk your feet forwards up your mat a little bit. Hands against your shins. Breathe in and lengthen. Breathe out and bow it on down. Inhale, roll your way up to standing. Open the arms to the sky. Breathing out. Draw it down. Tadasana. Separate the feet about hip width apart. Interlace your fingers. Take a nice deep breath in here as you draw your shoulders back. Open your chest. Breathing out, bow it down. Letting the hands come up off the back. Let go through the neck and the head. Big breath in. Long exhale. Lovely. Now let your hands go, fingertips on the floor ahead of you. Breathe in, look up and lengthen. Breathe out and come towards a squat. Hands together, elbows against the insides of your knees. Take a breath in, rounding through your back. Breathing out, ease down. A little bit deeper. Take one more breath here. Long exhale. Let's come and sit down. So if you can, just reach around behind you. Come and sit, feet together, knees apart. Baddha Konasana, give yourself a little rock here, side to side. Easing the hips open. Hold your ankles or your toes. Take a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, we can ease forwards. So if that forward bend feels very stuck, there's no movement there, I would just take those feet a little bit further ahead and bow there. That's better. Okay, so again, just moving with your breath, even in something that looks as static as a forward bend. There's a little rise as we inhale, and then a kind of a finding our way into it as we exhale, easing down deeper. Take one more breath, long inhale, feel that lift, ease down, exhale. Come all the way up to sitting as you inhale. Let's do one little twist here just to even ourselves out. Straighten out the left leg, right leg wraps over the top foot to the floor. Wrap the left arm around it, right fingertips to the floor behind. So big breath in as you lift through your heart, and then breathing out, wrap around into that twist. Breathing in, feel from your sit bones to the crown of your head, rising. Breathing out, twist around. Come on back to the center as you're ready. Breathing in, stretch the leg out ahead of you. Breathing out, switching left leg around over the right. Wrap your arm around, root down through your sit bones. Breathe in, rise from the sit bones to the crown of the head. Breathe out, twisting around. So we're breathing length into the spine, moving a little deeper as we exhale. And one more. Could you feel that ujjayi breath in your throat? We try to make this a habit through the whole practice. Then bringing it on back to the center, breathing in, breathing out, let it go, straighten it on out. Take the legs out in front of you, take a nice big breath in, drawing the arms out, and then breathe out. Come into a little seated forward bend for a moment. Bow your head. You could bend your knees here if you need to. You could put a belt around your feet. You could have your hands on the floor. It doesn't matter. Breathe into your whole back. Bow down. And then breathing in, come on up to sitting really tall. And then roll it down. Slowly, bone by bone, easing to the floor. Roll it on out, palms facing up, release your legs. If this feels comfortable and you're ready to just let go here, go for it. I know for a lot of people, coming from that forward bend to this, it's a little bit tweaky on the back. So let's bring the right knee in, give the lower back a little stretch, and then draw your leg over to the left. Right arm out to the side. Breathe, ease through your lower back, weight in your knee here, so you've got your hand on your knee. Now you can choose with your head. Do you want to roll it to the left? Does that feel nice? Do you want to have the back of the head on the floor? Or do you want to pick your head up and turn it to the right a little bit? Take another breath wherever you are here. And bring it on back to the middle. Hug your knee into you. Little squeeze. And then the other. We're going to draw the left knee in and the right leg reaching out long. Breathe in. As you breathe out, squeeze that knee into your body. Draw it across now and into that twist. So you have your hand on your knee, your left arm reaching out wide. Breathe. And again, check out what your neck and your shoulders want here. Do you want to turn your head to the left? Does that feel good? Want the back of the head on the floor? Is that better? Or roll your head to the right, your choice. So wherever you choose to be, let's get settled and take one more breath. Beautiful. Now back to the middle. Draw the knee into your body. So nice if you can to practice outside. It's amazing this weather we've been having. Let's draw the other knee in as well. The feeling of the ground beneath you and the sun above you, it just adds so much to your practice. That connection to the elements. Even the breeze, quite a breeze today, and it's lovely. So knees on the floor, or not knees on the floor, feet on the floor. Knees bent, give your legs a little swish side to side, bigger little movement. And now you should be ready. Stretch it on out. So take your time. This video is going to end in a moment. You take your Shavasana here. No hurry. Relax and let go. You just focus on your breathing and that feeling of release. Easing into the floor. See if you can Get the mind to settle. Use your breath as your anchor. So stay here if you have the time, if this feels good. And whenever you're ready to complete your practice, do so mindfully. Give yourself a little stretch. Draw your knees up into your body. Roll to your side rather than coming up in any hurried or awkward way. And then come up with the minimum strain in your neck and your head. Come to sit in cross-leg for a moment. We always end our practice with this moment. Hands together, close your eyes, listen in. And then just notice how you feel and what comes to mind now as you ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? Namaste.